With the carts, you can get out of here, right?
So you can see for yourself, that's colonization. Colonization in the biggest way. This is what they're doing to my mother. My mother is from the Philippines. We do not subscribe to nursing homes. We don't subscribe to any of this other stuff. And these white supremacists who want her out of the neighborhood, is my understanding that right after our arrest, they got rid of the last 3 black people on our block. So they're doing everything to ethnically cleanse the neighborhood. And again, it's Jersey City. They must want me to sue. See, right now I'm suing a lot of people, but the hospital is not one of them. Even though that same nurse that you saw, that nursing director, I explained to everybody that she is sick and with infection, and they did nothing. By the way, I also have videos and photos of the hospital giving my mother a non-diabetic diet, and then her sugar raising up very, very high. So they've been doing things to make my mother sick. When my mother was left here out of my care, she was in 100% condition, and she didn't need any cholesterol medication or anything. Being in this hospital, she now has high cholesterol because they're giving her fried foods. Her sugar has been skyrocketing, and they've been giving her insulin. We don't even use insulin at home. My mother is on a holistic diet. Even when she had medication, she took glucophage. She never took insulin. That's more extreme. So they're doing everything to my mother because they're treating her like a slave, like a child. If she were a white woman, this wouldn't happen. This is all white supremacy, and this is how they operate. They just go into ethnic people's houses and do whatever the fuck they want to do, and that's what they're doing to my mother. They must want me to sue the hospital. There's not one thing I could sue the hospital for. There actually is multiple things, from them raising her sugar, raising her cholesterol, making her sick, not allowing her to leave, forcing her to stay here. This is all the hospital, and they're listening to the prosecutor, who I'm pressing charges on. I can show you, I'm pressing charges on the prosecutor, and in order to press charges on him, it took me 2 months and 7 different attempts, because I had to prove and provide information and documentation of all the illegal things he's doing to us. And I don't understand how the person who is corrupt, and they've got video footage of him assaulting me and busting in my house with no warrant, even though he asked for a warrant. I don't understand how he's able to do what he's doing. Here you go. Here's the documentation. Wait, what does this say? Let's see. Let's put on some light on the situation. It says Jersey City, State of New Jersey versus what? Versus Jacob Hudnut. Okay? And let's see what there's what? How many? 9 different charges, and this is just a cover page, so it doesn't list all the charges, but we have things like what is it? He did commit assault. They've got that on video. He did enter our house with no warrant after he assaulted me. He did falsify and tamper with evidence by trashing my house. He did knowingly commit official misconduct, which he's doing by keeping my mother here. By the way, when we were in Judge Kelly Austin's court last month, the judge asked, where is Corazon Basano? And Hudnut claimed he doesn't know where she is. She's vacant, and the truth is, when I spoke to Rachel Bogum that same day in the hospital, she told me she was in constant communication with Hudnut because he calls on a regular basis to check on my mother. So I'm not lying. The social worker Rachel Bogum's not lying. So obviously the only person who's a liar here and a criminal is Jacob V. Hudnut. Look, he did attempt an act of aggravated criminal sexual misconduct. That's a whole nother story. He also did perjury and forgery, and there's a whole bunch of things. So this is what I don't understand. Why does the hospital want us to sue them? I think I'll be having a discussion with the ombudsman tomorrow, and as well as the ombudsman for the city. Because I do not understand, if we have physical evidence, audio, video, paper trail, how is it that they are able to do what they're doing and nobody is stopping them? Is it because the mayor is also a white supremacist? What's the issue? What's the problem? If the mayor, which I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt, I feel like he knows about the situation. I feel like he is not necessarily involved, but I feel like he's just standing by and watching and not doing anything. But I could be wrong, Mayor Phillip. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. But you need to hurry up and do something before we start protesting and putting your name on the news and talking about you and all this white supremacy that's going on, like Dinah Hendon in the housing department doesn't return our phone calls. She's the head. John Ross, the head of the health department, who has the keys to my house, he admitted, and I have him on audio stating that he doesn't know why Jacob Hudnut would show up on September 12th when we have a scheduled inspection of our house September 13th. He arrested my mother for the charges of her housing, which is not even an arrestable offense. So he's doing everything illegal in the city. I don't know why nobody is saying anything to him.